While we were mentioning the women, Karl Simonis here in the 6th frame had left the 4-9, made it, and this was after he made the 1-2-10 in the 5th frame. Back-to-back conversions. We see the score there. The difference right now, 20 pins, but Simonis' spare conversions keeping him in the match, even though what got him behind originally was a miss spare. So I always looked at converting splits as like takeaways, so he'd be ahead 2-1 in this match.
Boy, something to be said for shooting straight at those spares. He converted the 1-2-10 also shooting straight.
And another washout. The same thing he left in the 5th frame. Right now, he just can't get it in the 1-3 pocket, especially on the left lane.
Yeah, the right lane he struck twice in the 4-9. It was a pretty good shot. So it's just the left lane, like everyone else, he's struggling.
Where we see John Jowdy, he's the president of the Bowling Writers Association. Dick Evans used to write for the Miami Herald. And Chuck Pisano, freelance writer, PBA Hall of Famer. In fact, all of them are PBA Hall of Famers. Doesn't convert the washout this time. The first gentleman we saw was Joe Alou, writer on the West Coast for a number of years. There we see Joe, affectionately referred to all 4 of them as the 4 Musketeers. Right now, Waliczek in a commanding position, working on a double, leads in this match by 34 pins. We're in the 7th frame. See what if he's got that killer instinct, just put him away.
Yeah, it's interesting. I really don't see him talking to himself throughout the week. He did a lot of talking right before he'd step on the approach, and he said he was just trying to pump himself up. So maybe he feels comfortable right now and doesn't need to be pumped up.
Well, playing safe a little early in the 7th frame, but whistles it out there. Easy to miss the headband. Being a little facetious here, the 1-2-8. At the 1-2-8. Was missed earlier by David Garber. Trouble. Oh, he almost did the same thing. The 2-pin just barely fell over.
Wow, but he's going at it from the left.
And
ball actually
straight.
Fading right.
And the breeze did knock over the 2-pin that time. There we see Steve Sanders, the sweeper and early bird events director here. Next to him, his wife, Valerie. It's her birthday today, and we did not ask her age.
That's a wise choice, Mike.
Yes. I'm learning from you, CJ.
Yeah. You know, speaking of birthdays, I should have mentioned Robert Smith, who we saw in our first match. Yesterday was his birthday when he made the show.
Oh, he was 23,
wow,
right?
Yeah, what a gift.
Leaves the 10-pin. So he doesn't put Simonis away. There's still life there, but still has a comfortable lead. If he converts this, he's going to be ahead by 31 pins. And Lonnie goes through his little ritual, wiping the ball off and getting the wire brush for his shoe and the rosin for his hand and setting his feet.
Very deliberate player, Mike.
Yeah, everything has to be just right before he will attack those pins, and he does attack them. Cross lane at the 10-pin. No trouble. It's a spare. Now, Simonis is still alive, but he's definitely leaking oil on the approach right now. Got to get something going.
Yeah, Karl Simonis could go off the sheet for 201 at this point.
That'd put him right in the match if he could do that.
It would. Lonnie'd have to actually fill 20 both frames.
So Karl up on the right lane. Struggled the whole match. Only 2 strikes, 2 splits so far. Actually 3 splits if you count the washout as a split. Another missed spare. Any success he has had has been on this lane. Back in there.
Nice shot.
Right now, if he can just figure out what to do on this left lane and make the shot, he still has a chance.
And he gets to finish on that right lane. So this is the key shot. You know, he knows a lot about equipment. He actually owns and operates 3 pro shops called Bowler's Edge in the Phoenix area, along with partner Lynn Gano. He's a good friend of his and partner.
So he's a businessman plus a bowler.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows the a balance sheet and a bottom line, and he knows that his bottom line will get bigger if he can strike here and keep himself alive. We see Frank Ellenberg, the tournament director here from nearby Chandler, Arizona. Couldn't resist that smile. He knew he was on television. He's got a chance. Oh, and he leaves the 4-pin. Oh, maybe his best shot on that left lane, and couldn't get the break to knock out that 4-pin.
It was, Mike. He went direct at the pocket. Actually, you'd say he pulled the ball toward the pocket because he hasn't been able to get the ball to finish on lane 19. See the angle of the ball? Straight toward the pocket. Not looking for a big finish. Ball's fading a little bit. Or he needed it to fade a little bit. It was actually driving a little too hard through the pins.
At the 4-pin. He's practicing on the 410 as he's made 2 splits already this game. But unfortunately, he needed a strike there, not a spare. And Waliczek again now in a position as he takes a re-rack. Just filling the frames is going to enable him to move on to take on Brian Kretzer in the championship match. Ninth frame, getting that hand in the ball. Little light, leaves the 7-pin, but he's not too disappointed.
Should be an easy spare for him.
Well, he hasn't won yet, but he's all but won.
He just looked up and checked the score.
If he should happen to have a mental error here and miss this, it could get interesting in the 10th frame. At the 7-pin, has the spare.
Big sigh of relief there. Just see a big, actually blowing out the nerves out of him right there.
I think if my addition is correct, he needs 6 pins to lock it up. But I've been known to make math errors in the past, so right now he's figuring it out. What do we need here?
No, you're
hey,
right.
Hey, guys, tell me.
It'd be 6 on the first ball, right?
And he just wants to flush the head pin. Bang, that's enough right there. He's going to be a winner. Move on to face Brian Kretzer, but he's going to have to beat him twice.
That's an interesting point to this tournament, and a fair point, because Brian hasn't lost.
At the 4-7, converts the spare, no trouble. The championship match is going to be Lonnie Waliczek taking on Brian Kretzer, but he has to beat him twice. Stay with us. We'll be right back.